The recital of the words of the groom of heaven begins. Observe the Sabbath with us. May the Sabbath day be good for the incomparable ones.
Holla back, niggas.
May abundance and fruitfulness
May abundance and fruitfulness
be assigned to the one
be assigned to the one
leading the recital
leading the recital
of the words of the groom of heaven.
of the words of the groom of heaven.
So be it.
So be it.
Introducing the singing of the Sabbath recital. Singing to commemorate the day that has been set aside for the sake of the greatest of all the sons of men.
We fucking out.
Thank the greatest of all the sons of men, you with all your children. Because his acts of kindness, remain forever. It is fitting to thank Amon Azareta and all their children as well. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. He endorsed and established us over the dwelling place of our enemies. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. He scattered them with his hand that possesses all the power. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. He led us right in front of the faces of our enemies. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. We reigned over the hills and their mountains. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. We reigned over their dwelling place that has been scattered. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. They looked at us, dejected and unable to say a word. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. Thank him with drums and dancing. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. Thank him with powerful drums. Because his acts of kindness remain forever. The beginning of the Sabbath recital.
Let the motherfuckers know.
The faithful witness of the Creator of heaven and earth. We are now honoring the most important day that was honored by our Father, the Creator of heaven and earth, when He finished creating the heavens and earth and all the things in it. We openly acknowledge the one that is worthy to be acknowledged.
Holla back, niggas.
The faithful witness responds, let it be so.
Let it be so.
May it be widely known.
May it be widely known.
On earth and above.
On earth and above.
Acknowledge the coming King.
Acknowledge the coming King
Of all creation.
So be it. Let the motherfuckers know.
The faithful witness of the Creator of heaven and earth. We are now honoring the most important day that was honored by our Father, the Creator of heaven and earth, when He finished creating the heavens and the earth and all the things in it. We openly acknowledge the one that is worthy to be acknowledged.
Holla back, niggas.
The faithful witness responds, "Let it be so.
Let it be so.
May it be widely known
May it be widely known
on earth and above.
on earth and above.
Acknowledge the coming King of all creation.
Acknowledge the coming King of all creation.
So be it."
So be it. Let the motherfuckers know.
Respect the coming King of all creation. You, your children and descendants, keep the regulations that He gave to His servant Moses, so that your acknowledgement of Him can be accepted by the Lord of all kingship. Because if you do not acknowledge Him by keeping His regulations, He will not respond to your reports and requests. He will not pour out His endorsements on you if you do not pay attention to His regulations and keep them. I plead with you, descendants, by the name of the coming King of all creation, our King, keep His regulations. The greatest of all the sons of man is my shepherd. I, the work of His hands, will lack nothing. He guides me day and evening. He permits my lips to carry His name. He redeems my spirit from unrighteousness, and He leads us in the ways of righteousness for the sake of His name. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear what is bad, because the shield of the coming King of all creation protects me because of His kindness. He is the one who prepares my table with His kindness in front of me and makes me delight in the presence of my enemies. He applied oil to my head, and my lips overflow. Indeed, goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life. I will stay in your house, coming King of all creation, until the end of the days, until the end of my days.
Hook my nigga up.
Indeed, goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life. I will stay in your house, coming King of all creation, until the end of my days. Remember that today you have made a vow with the coming King of all creation, the greatest of all the sons of man, to stay in His house until the end of your days. Do not forget to demonstrate your appreciation for the coming King of all creation, the Lord of all. This day that He allowed you to awake from your sleep, in which you had no knowledge of whether you would awaken again. Demonstrate your appreciation with all your heart and your spirit that belongs to the coming King of all creation. Pay special attention to demonstrate your appreciation for Him. Even when you're walking along the road, demonstrate your appreciation for Him. Because even in your walking, He is a rod and walking stick. Even when you're in your house, sitting during the day, demonstrate your appreciation for Him. Most humble and honorable, faithful witness of the Creator of heaven and earth, may the Creator Himself accept our most humble message. So let it be. The coming King of all creation has felt pity on us due to our going astray from His regulations. He has reconciled us back to Himself so that we can continue being His children, just as we have always been His children from the very beginning. There is no other father that has created us. There is no other mother that has breastfed us. It is the coming King of all creation only. He reconciled us to Himself from our going astray from His regulations with these words of the Sabbath. It is a Sabbath day today, all you people that respect the coming King of all creation. You and your children keep the regulations of the Sabbath. because it's the biggest joy of the greatest of all the sons of man to keep the Sabbath. I plead with you, Amanazareta, by the name of our King, the coming King of all creation. Do not harden your hearts, children of Senzangakan. In my pleading, in the name of the King, the coming King of all creation, keep the Sabbath. It is a special ceremony for the incomparable King, coming King of all creation. Don't be like your fathers, Dingani and Senzangakona, our fathers who hardened their hearts so that the coming King of all creation would curse them in this manner. Now today we carry that curse. So then, observe the Sabbath of the coming King of all creation. Pay attention to the instruction of the coming King of all creation. Listen to his instructions and act on his instructions. Don't just listen and not act on them. So then, observe the Sabbath of the coming King of all creation.
We fucking out.
Thank the coming King of all creation, because he is righteous. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. The one that saved the Amanazareta from their enemies. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever.
Hook my nigga up.
Do not work on this day. If you work on this day, you insult the Sabbath of the coming King of all creation. This is the regulation, that you work for only 6 days of the week. The seventh day is a day for you and your family to rest. This is the ceremony of the incomparable coming King of all creation, that is set aside to acknowledge him only. The greatest of all the sons of man is greatly pleased with those who observe the seventh day. The greatest of all the sons of man pays attention to those that observe the Sabbath. So then, observe the Sabbath, you and your entire family. There where he finds them observing the Sabbath, he does not look at them using his eyes only. He looks at them the same way that a bride would look at her husband that she faithfully honors. However, he gives an ear to accept the joyful singing of those that respect him and those that observe the Sabbath correctly, and ascertain which day was truly set aside by the greatest of all the sons of men for observing the Sabbath.
We fucking out.
The acknowledgement and thanksgiving belongs to him. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. He protected them with the powerful kings. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. Out of his compassion, he freed us. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. Let us remember the ways of our Savior. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever.
Nigga up.
May the greatest of all the sons of man give you the man who is the head of your household the heart to teach your son how to honor his father and honor his mother, so that his acts of unrighteousness and the act of his dishonor is not held against you. May the greatest of all the sons of man give you, woman, who is the head of your household, the heart to teach your son to honor his father. Because the word says that a son who does not honor his father must be killed. So, if then you, woman, have not carefully taught your son, you will be held accountable for his acts of unrighteousness and his acts of dishonor. If you men have not carefully taught your son to honor his father and his mother, you will be held accountable for the blood spilled from the acts of unrighteousness and his acts of dishonor. May the greatest of all the sons of man give you, the son, the heart to listen to the teachings of your father that say, do not hurt your neighbor, especially when with regards to what belongs to your neighbor. This means that don't desire a woman that has already been given in marriage to someone else. Don't even look at that woman in that woman's direction. That would be an awful act of unrighteousness. Listen carefully, my son. Honoring your father and your mother extends your life on the earth.
Let the motherfuckers know.
Because the word that says that a son who does not honor his father must be killed. So if you then, woman, have not carefully taught your son, you'll be held accountable for his acts of unrighteousness and his acts of dishonor. If you men have not carefully taught your son to honor his father and his mother, you'll be held accountable for the blood spilled from his acts of unrighteousness and his acts of dishonor.
Hook a nigga up.
May the greatest of all the sons of man give you, son, the heart to listen to the teachings of your father that say, do not hurt your neighbor, especially with regards to what belongs to your neighbor. This means, do not desire a woman that has already been given in marriage to someone else. Don't even look in that woman's direction. That would be an awful act of unrighteousness.
Let the motherfuckers know.
Listen carefully, my son. Honoring your father and mother extends your life here. This is why there is no elderly man in your households, because you do not keep the regulation that says, honor your father and mother. They should not say, nothing has come from us. If your father and mother has reason to accuse you, this is a curse to you.
Hook my nigga up.
Man, honor the greatest of all the sons of man all the days of your life. Be content with loving your wife. Do not break the heart of your neighbor in his house. Do not wish any misfortune on your neighbor in his home. Don't even think of removing the spirit of another person from his body.
Let the motherfuckers know.
It is an act of unrighteousness to carry traditional medicine with your hands. When you are a man or woman of faith, you will surely die.
Hook my nigga up.
Teach your daughter so that she may not be a cause of unrighteousness. You too, daughter, listen to the teachings of your father and mother, that you should honor your father and mother.
Let the motherfuckers know.
If you pay attention to the teachings of your parents, you will extend the days of your life under the sun. You will be endorsed and made fruitful in your marriage, and Your offspring from your marriage will be endorsed and made fruitful as well.
Hook my nigga up.
Listen carefully, O household of Senzangakona. Don't dull your ears and don't harden your hearts. You should listen carefully to how the regulations of the coming King of all creation must be observed and kept. Do not carry any load on the Sabbath of the coming King of all creation. Even though you come from all the nations that are under the sun, under the heavens, you should joyfully bring your offering to the house of Egupagameni. He will not accept you if you do not observe the day of the Sabbath. Keep going. All the acknowledgement must go to the one that made the heavens and the earth. So be it. Let it be so.
Hook a nigga up.
May he remember the household of Senzangakona and Tingan that was scattered, and may he regather and reestablish it. So be it. Let the one that made the heavens and the earth do as we have requested. So be it. Our King, the greatest of all the sons of man, please accept our request. Let it not be by our request, but let it be by your request. So let it be, and so be it.
We fucking out.
They wandered about in the wilderness and the mountains. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. He placed them in the palm of his hand. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. He led them at the mountain of Intlangagazi. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. He thwarted the schemes of the schemers. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. He turned their scam into a kingdom. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain forever. Thank the coming King of all creation, you, Nazareth, and all your descendants. Because his acts of kindness. His acts of kindness. Remain